Your hand. When to take the cave walking.
Where everybody at?
I don't know, bro. Hey, I got a question for you, bro.
What's up?
Do you mind going over all three of our few not I mean the main ones, the NASDAQ and the Dow?
I mean, looking at the charts.
Yeah, like we do our ES one,
Yeah.
break that down how we do it, and just almost like when we go to SPY and Tesla and everything.
Okay.
Just them two, because the apprentice I work with, each trading NASDAQ.
Mm-hmm.
Then my other partner, he been messing with the Dow.
Okay. No
So
problem.
we just run through them, do our thing and run through them too. Then we go over
The hood.
to the hood.
All right, no problem.
We're not gonna go as deep,
No problem. I got you.
What up, Mom?
It's the biz naive.
Ain't shit.
I have some reception today.
Probably go see. Go see. All right, let me see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. You gonna go up, Mike? How we gonna do it?
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
This on.
Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Wrong thing.
I'm the captain now.
I'll be the captain now.
Look at me. All right. All right. Let's get to it.
When you talk about container chicken menu, they can take a burrito or a taco, and my favorite, the quesadilla.
Let's get to it.
So what are you waiting for? Oh my God.
Share screen. Yeah, that's share screen. Damn, I don't want to share this. I'm gonna share it.
They need to see it, bro.
Oh,
Think it's a game. Oh my God.
oh, my Lord.
When I fell.
When I fail. All right. Hold up, bro. Give me 1 second, man. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I need to do something right quick before we get into it. Give me 1 second, bro. I'm about to put it back up there. All right, bro. Let's go to the monthly, bro, because we only got a couple of more trading days in this month, right? So,
Risky.
I'm speaking from a higher time frame point of view here. I think the monthly objective has been met, meaning the gap is filled. So, and the gap I'm talking about, I'm gonna draw it out. This gap right here. It's been filled. Now we do have another gap beneath us. Kind of have two more gaps beneath us. Three, really. This small one, yeah. Which we could still trade down to. Damn, that's another 100 points. Jesus Christ.
Where you at?
From this gap right here,
Oh, that little small.
this small gap. So from 5,003 to 49 or what matter 4906 or so. It's another 100. But anywho, that's another gap that could get cleaned up before the month ends. And also we have this gap down here that we created. That's probably gonna get addressed. I'm assuming pretty soon. Might not be up. I don't think it's gonna be this month, but in the coming months, by this being a monthly chart, I think that this gap is gonna get it addressed as well. So from a monthly perspective, the first objective has been met, gap fill. Right. So now we go to the
Mike,
weekly.
hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike. You can stay there right quick.
Yeah.
So, look, this is the question I have. I guess, we're gonna have to wait and find out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if it breaks, we call them at a level where you're lying at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we break underneath that? And then basically, do you think we're gonna create a gap to the downside?
I don't think we're gonna create a gap to the downside. What I think is gonna happen is we might rally going into the last few trading days of the month. Just to still close this candle red. But as May opens up, we come and touch the bottom of this candle and continue to sell.
So we get more of a wick. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking how we
So
kind of
So this
go
it
ahead.
might leave you a little wick here, but it's the candle body, it's still gonna be red, of course. And then once May opens up, we come up and touch the bottom of this candle, this previous candle, and continue selling. That's just
Okay.
that's my view. I could be wrong. We could reverse and keep going higher.
I'm thinking the same thing as you, but
Mm-hmm.
I want I'd rather it break the level,
And then come
then
back.
go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Then go up and touch it. Because
yeah.
that'll give us confirmation. But if we see that it's heading up and it doesn't break that level,
Mm-hmm.
obviously it can happen, you know, at the beginning of the month, like we kind of touched up on SPY, where it'll test that level and not break it that month, and just to go do it the very next month or whatever. But I think it'll be cleaner for us if it breaks the level now, go up that wick, then we kind of know it's coming back down versus is it bouncing? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All
I'm with
right,
you.
we're on the same page though.
I'm with you. But so just looking at it, so how I like to view the market is like when the market give you setups, especially on this high time frame as a monthly, like when you get those setups like this on a monthly, you gotta respect them because it's no other higher time frame that people will trade outside of the monthly. Except, you know, maybe people who really just throw their money in the market and trade the yearly chart, which, you know, that's neither here nor there. But the monthly, so when you see setups like, so, all right, so like these 3 candles to the downside, you can say, okay, well, the top of this candle could be an order block. Okay, cool. That could be an order block. You could call it an order block. You could call it a breaker. You could call it whatever you want. You could call it a level, right? So when we closed above it on the monthly, and we came to check it off right here with this candle, right? So, in my opinion, if we decide to slide, this setup is going to be null and void because we already pulled the liquidity from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, as the market sells, your confidence should gain and be like, okay, well, from a monthly perspective, we got this gap down here that's probably going to get bounced or filled, right? But you're not going to trade it from a monthly perspective. You're going to trade it from a
We
1
got the
hour.
other one too. That's a little small one right
Yeah,
above
right
it.
here.
See what
Yeah,
it's called?
this I'm gonna draw it out too. I'm gonna draw that one out. But just, you know, just from a logical standpoint, you see how this gap was created and then filled. Like the market didn't play around with it, right? So as the market was trading higher, it was creating these gaps to the upside. Can we get the same price action to the downside? For sure, we can. We could, but I'm a firm believer in the monthly not wanting to leave gaps, but the last few months we have been leaving gaps. So I kind of been wrong on that. But at the end of the day, this gap was made filled. They didn't play with it. So as we approach these 2 gaps down here, I'll be looking, especially this one. I'm assuming this one gonna get filled on the first rip.
Yeah.
It's gonna get filled on the first rip. Now this one, we might trade to the half, concentrate encroachment of it, and go higher. But I want you to pay attention to these numbers though. 40, 46, oh, let's see. I'm gonna just go to the top of the gap. 46.57. Right? So as we go to a smaller time frame, it's gonna be like, oh, that's the lead, that's the swing low that started. Okay, so we gotta take that out. Cool. But let's go to the weekly, man. We're gonna circle back. We're gonna circle back to that. So as we go look at the weekly, man, the weekly looks bearish. It looks very bearish. It's nothing up here to trade back into. Price is efficient. All candles are touching each other. There's no gap. These last 2 candles that we printed on the weekly are very, very efficient. So if the market wanted to trade, if the market wanted to reverse and trade higher, it will literally be nothing stopping it to go higher because everything's efficient. It's no gaps, no order blocks. The trade, this was an order block. Of course, we pulled the liquidity from it already and continue to sell. So as we look at this, as we look at it from a logical standpoint, you know, we took out the lows, right? You got your equal lows here. We took that out. Now we could reverse, come up and touch this candle and keep selling. From a
That's
weekly
my upside target. I'm gonna tell you right now.
this candle.
Yeah, that candle, and then
The wick of it.
yeah. And for me, I mean, on the smaller, they might have something that'll raise it a little bit more or less.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no up to it unless it is print above what 5,200.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of work it's gonna have to do
Yeah.
to get up there.
On a
But
week for sure.
for sure. But if we just looking at the symmetry of the market, is bearish. And I say this because these last two up close candles, we closed beneath them. These two up close candles, we closed beneath it. So now the question is, do we trade lower to take this out, hit this order block that hasn't been touched yet? So, and it's a small gap here too. It's a very small weekly gap right here. So I think from a weekly perspective, this could be the area of interest. Let me try it out. This could be the area of interest, bro, from a weekly perspective, for it to come pull some liquidity and head higher. But that 5,200 you talking about, I think that's gonna be hard for the market to get back up there just yet.
I agree.
But I'm gonna do everything on one chart. Watch this shit it's gonna all make sense. Let's go to the daily. The daily.
That deal.
The daily.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So Sunday.
Look at oh go ahead.
No, I'm good. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Like going back up to the top of that gap. Then you got the small daily right there, right?
Right here.
Yeah. So
That's
you
a
get
daily gap.
that's like a gap bounce. The top of where we don't want to make a gap, you got a gap bounce, or you play like the fill and retracement of that small daily gap to the downside.
Order submitted.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I see it.
Telling that, dog.
So, from a daily perspective, the trade that we talked about last week, it happened that Monday, which was crazy. So
It was terrible.
so I think we spoke on the market coming back to check this candle off, this order block, and selling down to this swing low right here, which was a price target. And it did that, and then it kept going. So the beautiful thing about it is this. I remember telling y'all, like, when the market is trying to manipulate you, it's going to give you a swing low in a range with a red body candle, right? So when it does that, people are going to put their stops below that swing low because the market is going to be trading higher. But that trade higher is going to be short-lived because we're going to come get that swing low out because it's not a real swing low. The swing low in a range, the swing low in a range is typically a green body candle with a wick at the bottom. That's your reversal to the upside. A swing high is typically a red body candle with a wick at the top. Right? So I'm saying that to say this. So from last Sunday's Zoom, we talked about the move from here to this swing low, right? So market opened up Monday, hit the order block and sold off to the price target, right? The very next day, the market opened up, touched this swing low, green body candle, swing low, touched that and kept going. And this is why attention to detail is so important when you're trading. And the little gems that I'm giving, this is shit that I like. This is shit that I was in the market and figured out. Like my blood, sweat, and tears went to this. So it's like, okay, once you're able to understand what manipulation is, it makes you a better trader and more confident trader. But like, all right, bitch, all right, I see what you're trying to do. So you got all these lows down here, but where's the swing low? What's the swing low, right? You got this red body candle, you got this green body candle, you got this red green body candle. the lowest candle in the range, the lowest wick, right? That's your swing low. Market came back up to test that swing low and sold off and kept selling. Now you had this inefficiency. This is a volume imbalance right here. Y'all see this? This is a volume imbalance, meaning candle bodies not touching each other. It's this wick in space. You can almost treat this like a gap. It's a volume imbalance. So from a daily perspective, this could have been like the point of interest. This could have been your price target. Because what happens with a volume imbalance, by this being a bullish volume imbalance, the market got to come put a red candle in here. Got to come put a red candle in there, which it
You
did.
see that other one you keep glazing over?
Uh-huh.
Call that shit. You call that? I got that on a chart from. No, that had to be like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That little area down there, go underneath your line.
Right here.
Yeah, well, they ain't never had no candle in there. I had
Gotta
marked
come
that
put a
up.
red candle in there. So
Yeah.
when you have an imbalance like that, if it's bullish like this one, the market gonna come put some red body candles in that imbalance because it got to make price efficient. Price got to be efficient. That's all it is. And when you have it on the upside, when you have a bearish volume imbalance, the market got to make it efficient, put green body candles in it. That's all it is. So when you have a volume imbalance, you could call it whatever you want, inefficiency, you call it whatever you want, call it to make it make sense for you. But this is definitely a volume imbalance because the volume, is a volume imbalance because look at the candle, it's a wick here, right? But there's no body, no candle body covering up that wick, which that's one of Winston trades. So when you don't have that, it's a volume imbalance, meaning the volume skipped and it's kept going. So instead of creating a gap, it created an imbalance of price. That's all. So the market has to come clean that up. And that's what it did. So now from Sunday Zoom, we got the original trade. Okay, we closed down here last week. It was like, all right, well, cool. I'm expecting the market to come back up and check this order block, take it to the swing low. That's my trade for the week, right? Boom. But then if you dig a little deeper, you see all this other stuff that you could trade from a daily perspective. The gap fill, you say, well, I'm gonna trade this gap fill. Cool. Still not a bad trade. Or you be like, man, look, I'm trading this volume imbalance. Cool. Still not a bad trade. So you be like, well, I'm taking it all the way to the low. This swing low here. Still not a bad trade. So even if you would have been like, all right, I'm gonna swing this from a option standpoint, I'm gonna buy puts here on SPY and take it to the low, which was what I think we was talking about 497 or something like that.
Yeah, that was after our weekly target was 504, bro. And it
Just kept going.
And
Yeah.
then if you looked at it, you would see that once it went past that 497 was definitely the next thing. We're gonna look at that.
Yeah. So from a daily perspective, a lot of objectives were met last week. And if you notice, only one gap was really created right here. Everything else was a smooth sell-off. Candle bodies touching, sharing price. Everything was smooth. So you only have this one gap here. Now, if you notice, outside of this gap above the price action, on top of this gap, if you look at these candles, every candle is touching each other, right? It's no gaps, no volume imbalances, it's nothing. It's price is efficient. So that can mean one or two things. One, it can mean the market is going to continue to sell, or if the market decides to reverse, it'll have no opposition to the upside because everything is efficient here. Everything is efficient. Candles touching each other, no gaps, order blocks, liquidity has been pulled from the order block. You did have this small gap right here that we pulled the liquidity from. You can see this gap. Very small gap, pulled the liquidity and started selling. That's really started to sell. But it
That's
could
if you
mean,
make it up there though, right? If you make it past that inefficient move or that
so,
gap you pointed out, right?
yeah, so the market could trade past that because we already pulled the liquidity from that gap.
No, I'm talking about this daily one you got right
Oh,
here.
right here, this one?
Yeah, wouldn't
So
that be the only opposition it would have to get through to get?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'll be selling this. So the market, I'll be selling this gap. So remember we talked about bringing internal liquidity, external, and external liquidity internal, right? So we swept these lows already on the daily. So it'll make a lot of sense in my opinion, for the market to trade back into this gap. Because now we got external liquidity, right? Swing low, this swing low was taken out. We got this low taken out. We got all these lows gone. So if you had your stops below these lows, we took it.
Gotcha.
So now we could take this liquidity,
Gotcha.
bring it internal. The only internal liquidity that you have right now on the daily chart is this gap, right? So if you bring this external liquidity internal, I'm expecting this internal liquidity to bring it even lower.
Yes, sir.
Because in and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, the next swing low that you got on the chart is this one. But you got this gap right here. We got a daily gap right here. That's gonna probably give you some opposition. But this swing low should be your objective, bro. That's a lot. It's a long way down. I know. But if we speaking from a technical standpoint, it's not out of the realm of possibility, right? Now, I'm not saying it's gonna happen next week, but the market probably, matriculate down, and before you know it, be like, damn, bro, we at 47.76, like that. So,
We should have got the 4.7 last week with Winston. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
but
Go ahead.
but this just speaking from a daily perspective, dog. So now you got your external liquidity swept. Your external liquidity is always going to be swing low, swing high. Your internal liquidity, gaps, order blocks, mitigation blocks, inefficiencies, all that stuff. That's your internal liquidity. So once you sweep your external, you got to bring it somewhere. Best place to bring it is internal. I got some internal liquidity here, which is a gap. Boom. So I could take this liquidity and bring it lower. So we shall see how the market plays out this week. This is just from a daily perspective, higher time frame perspective. Like, so once we go down to the smaller time frames, of course we're gonna see more trades. Of course we're gonna see more opportunities to take trades and to be in trades. But the key is to have it line up with your daily, have your 1 hour and whatever your high time frame is. So for me, my high time frame is my 1 hour. So if my 1 hour and my daily line up, the 5 minute is just the icing on the cake. That's why I trade a 5 minute. The 5 minute give you the best entries, in my opinion. But so let's get to the smaller time frames. Let's go to the 4. Let's go to the 4. Uptown, 4 shade. Not a 4. Nah.
No.
If I could be, everything looks bearish, dog.
Yeah.
Everything looks bearish. So even this, right? Even this is the daily gap right here, right? This small blue box on top of this blue box. This is the daily gap.
Oh, I'm getting it now.
You see it? So look. So if we could be honest with each other here, guys, I'm gonna start asking questions. So this candle, this green doji or whatever you want to call it right here, this is your swing low on a 4-hour perspective. We gap down beneath your swing
Why
low.
is that the swing low?
Okay, it's a swing low because it's the lowest swing in the range of candle. A 3-candle, let's say a 3-candle setup, the lowest swing in that 3-candle setup. And also it's a green body candle, right? So your swing lows, you want them to be green body. So once we gap beneath the swing low, never came back in that gap at all. Well, maybe a tick or two, but that's okay. The real trade is this. If we trade back into this gap, I would see this swing low right here, 51.47. You sell it. You sell it. Okay, so the next question is, okay,
Yeah, bounce.
so yeah. So the next question is, if I sell this, where am I selling it to? That's a great question. That's a great question. So we already talked about internal and external liquidity, right? So if from a 4-hour perspective, you see this candle, swing low, green body candle, it's a swing low. We took the liquidity from that, right?
That's done.
Right. So if the market was to continue to reverse to the upside, let's say it does, continue to trade to the upside, and we hit this swing low right here. The next trade, if you take this trade, you could take this trade all the way to this gap beneath us. Because this swing low is red. This low right here is red. That's manipulation. Don't believe it. We're gonna trade straight through that. I promise you, we're gonna trade straight through that.
Jesus Christ.
So if we come back up here, which I'm assuming we will. We come back up here, touch this swing low. You could sit in this trade, bro. It's gonna be aggressive to the downside. It's gonna be aggressive to the downside because if you look at this from a logical perspective, you just look at the symmetry of the market. Look at what it's been doing the last few weeks or so, even the last week.
Hard, bro.
Look at it. Look at the symmetry, bro. Look at
gap. Gap.
Symmetry. Symmetry. Create a gap, trade back into it, consolidate, boom. Create a gap, consolidate, trade beneath it, same thing. Create a gap, trade back into it, sell off. So that's what the market's been doing. That to me is very, very clean, crisp price action. It's clean. You ain't guessing. You see what's happening. And now this is the 4-hour. I personally don't like to trade the 4-hour. I just look at it for direction, and if it's in agreements with my 1-hour and my daily perspective, then that gives me more confidence in taking a trade that I was going to trade anyway on a smaller time frame. Right. So now if we go to the 1-hour chart.
Right quick.
What you got, bro?
We spoke on this symmetry. As I'm looking at those gaps on a 4-hour, I am also noticing that it's more of the retrace than the touch. So my question to you is, scoot over a little bit for me, please. Should I be selling R3 more aggressively than because it looked like they're killing. Yeah, then the touch of that first one, that swing low. Or do I still
that's trader's choice.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm trading this swing low because
you might not make it up there.
Price memory always tells me once we trade below a swing low, we come back and test that swing low and sell, right? So that's why I'll be trading this swing low. But I gotta fight this trade. I'm not gonna take this trade on the 4-hour.
Yes.
I'm gonna take it on the 5-minute. So if the 5-minute telling me sell, I'm selling it. But the 4-hour just giving me this trade idea. But like, okay, gap, swing low, boom, never came back to test it. Okay, we bounced it. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, you get what I'm saying, though?
I get what you're saying, like trading higher.
Like it filled all those gaps and then stole on the retracement of the gaps.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we're gonna get that same action. I like your entry better, but I'm going off of the history of how it's been selling. I'm wondering
if it's gonna continue
up there and take me out
Mhm.
But guess what I'm gonna do, Mike?
Buying it on a smaller time frame.
I'm gonna sell your spot. You heard me? And if it keep running, I'm gonna sell the other because you're coming down. Go ahead.
So let's go to the 1 hour right quick, y'all. All right. So 1 hour. So all the time frames are bearish right now. Except so here's the gotcha. Here's where you get in a bit of a pickle. So this is a good trade. This is a trade I would take to the upside. So look, the lows were swept. Let me see if I can squeeze it enough for us to see it on the 1 hour. Yeah. So you got your lows swept. All we hit the lowest swing low here, right here. It was swept. So a few zooms ago, I said when the market sweeps the lows and creates a gap to the upside, you take that gap. So now we traded back into this gap. Hold up. I'm gonna draw it out just to make sure y'all see what I'm talking about. You traded back into this gap, right? So now here's the gotcha. Created this gap to the upside, traded higher, came back down to it. Now we have a gap right here on the 1 hour. So I guess the question you want that's brewing in your mind right now is which gap do we trade? Right? So I'm gonna ask you this. Which gap do you feel like has the most liquidity? Don't worry, I'll answer it for you. This gap has the most liquidity because we swept the lows. So we took those orders, right? So now we have to take this liquidity that we just pulled, which is internal, we got to take it external, right? Which,
Yes.
in my opinion, if we take this internal liquidity external, it lines up with selling the that what was it? That 4 hour gap?
Uh-huh.
It lines up with that. Now you got this swing high right here, which it's probably gonna be your first price target. Because remember this. If you gotta write it down, take a picture, do whatever you gotta do. Remember, when you have a range like we have right here, and the swing high is a green body candle, it's manipulation. We're gonna trade through this. So what the market wants to do, they want you to think that we're gonna continue selling. So when you get in the sell, you're gonna put your stop above this high. But that's not a swing high. This is a swing high. This is a swing high. This is not, this is a high, but it's not the swing high. It's manipulation. This is manipulation, dog. I promise you, this is manipulation. Because if the market does decide to trade back higher, this won't stop it. We come and get y'all out the market. All right. So then we have this 1 hour gap here that hasn't been tested. So now, when you look at a higher time frame, it's not as many opportunities to trade, like from a weekly or a monthly standpoint. But when you get to the daily and the 4 hour and the 1 hour, we see all these gaps and all these swing highs and all this. You see all this on a smaller time frame, so it raises your antennas. But like, well, I could take this trade, I could take this trade. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is if it ain't lining up with your higher time frame thesis, then you shouldn't be taking the trade. That's why we always work from the high time frames down to the low, down to the 1 hour. I don't think we go to the 5 minute and stuff no more, huh? No, we don't. So the 1 hour is probably gonna be the last time frame that we do look at. But if you just looking at it from a liquidity standpoint, right? This is your internal liquidity. We reached into it going into close Friday, right? Reached in it twice, even 3 times, closed above it. So we're going to take this liquidity where? External? Where's your external liquidity? Where's your swing high? but then you have more internal liquidity here. So it could be a bumpy road to the upside. But I would say this: all gaps are not created equal, dog. So this gap probably gonna get traded through. Now if I'm wrong and we use this gap as resistance, expect lower prices. And when I say lower prices, I mean lower prices. I'm talking Winn-Dixie.
Mhm,
You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
Because if we break this range down right now, this is what we did. We gapped up, consolidated for a couple of candles, went higher, traded back to it. So the market rebalanced this gap right here. See that? It's a rebalance, an immediate rebalance, and then we closed beneath it. But then we pulled the liquidity from this candle. So it's like, okay, what side wins? Is this gap going to be resistance, and we trade lower, or do we protect this swing low and trade higher? I don't want to confuse nobody, but you know, just from a technical standpoint, this is what it is. We gapped up, we rebalance this range. This is a balanced price range now. So can we go higher? For sure, we could go higher. But can we go lower? For sure, we could go lower. You see what I'm saying? So once you have a balanced price range, meaning gap, you see this gap right here, trade it higher. Cleaned up this gap, cleaned up this gap, these small gaps, these bearish gaps, we cleaned all that up. Cleaned up this gap. Then once we cleaned those gaps up, we rebalanced and traded back into this liquidity pool right here, this gap. But we rebalanced this gap with this one. We created a gap to the upside, we created a gap to the downside, rebalance. Now, I know you see this wick right here, but let's act like this wick not there. For shits and giggles. We got a balanced price range now. So now you have liquidity here, internal liquidity here, internal liquidity there. So what happens is this. So if you don't know, I'm gonna just do this right quick. Get another tool out the toolbox. So let's just say this is the range. Let's just go here. Let's just say this is the range, right? So if this is the range, we in deep discount of this range. So what the market typically does is we buy a discount. Discount is from 0.23 to 30%. That's a discount. Your premium is anywhere between 61, 76%, right? That's your premium of this 1 hour range that we're trading in right now. So from my perspective, I believe we might trade through this gap and go higher. Even if we just go to equilibrium, 50%, and then start selling all. But when you're confused about the range and you don't know what direction we're going in, throw your fib on it, bro. We sell premium, we buy a discount. We sell premium. So premium is 61, 76%. Like even up to 100%. That's your premium of your range. You know, the only way you know we about to try to expand the range is when we displace above the swing high.
Hey, bro, that was some good information just now.
Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Oh man, no problem.
So if we just, piecing the puzzle together. So when you get a displacement candle above the swing high, that means that the range is expanding to the upside. So this is your swing high. So you remember how we talked about on Zoom's past, but like, man, we just when the market when you gap up above the swing high, then we trade it back into that. We trade back into that gap and go higher. That's all it means. The market is expanding to the upside. The range is expanding. So when you do it from a fib standpoint, this is your swing high, red body candle. Your swing lows down here, right? This is your range. Reason why I don't put my range all the way to the swing low is because this is like, normally I put it on the bodies because that's the range. The wicks don't, at the bottom, the wicks don't really matter to me. But to you, if you want to use the wicks, you can. But to me, it don't really matter. So, but I use the wick at the top because that's the swing high of the range. So when you put your fib on there, you buy the discount, which we in deep discount right now. So you could automatically bank on this going at least 50% of the range, equilibrium, 50-40, this area. But as I was speaking on before, the only way this range expands is when we displace above this swing high. Boom, then you create a gap. Every time you get a displacement candle, it's a gap. Like such. This red candle right here that I'm pointing at with my cursor, that's a displacement candle. I'm sure they had a swing low right here. See? I wish I was making this up. So you had your swing low right here. We displaced beneath it. So the market trades back into this gap. You could sell it for sure. You could sell it swing low. It probably lines up with the 4 hour. I might be right. I might be wrong. But it lines up with the 4 hour. I'm sure it does. You sell it. But before I got distracted with Maul with the compliment. So the only way you're not able to use your fib is when we displace out of the range. Now we create a new range. So this range will be null and void. But you will need a strong green candle, a displacement candle, which will create a gap to the upside. And then once that gap is created, 9 times out of 10, once the market trades back into that gap, we're going to continue to the upside. But as of now, this is the range. Deep discount of the range. So you could buy this gap, and I wish I was making this up. This gap is in deep discount of the range. So you can buy this gap. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. But you were in the right trade. There's nothing wrong with taking this trade, buying this gap, taking this gap to this high. And guess what this high is at? It's not a real high, but it's a high, and it's at equilibrium. So if you take 49.94 to 50.39, what we talking about? One contract, that's like $1,500 or more. But this is just the precision that the market trades. Like this is the cheat code. This is taking all the gray area out of it. This is like, okay, I see what you're doing, bitch. I'm rolling with you. Like I'm not crazy. Like once you understand what manipulation is in the market, it's gonna be easier for you to trade. Like you're gonna be able to trade you're gonna trade with a lot more confidence. Because you're gonna be like, nah, I know what this is. Because I know for sure this is the swing low right here. So the market should protect this swing low. And if it don't protect it, then I'm wrong. Cool. So if I'm wrong, we're gonna displace beneath this swing low, right? So we're gonna displace beneath this swing low, and we're gonna create a gap. And once we trade back into this gap, we're gonna probably come back and touch this swing low. So I'm gonna sell this swing low to the next drawn liquidity. I'm gonna take that to the next swing low or the next gap or the next whatever. But at least you know what's going on. So you got your range. If we displace beyond the top or the bottom of the range, you know what's going on. If we displace above it, we create a gap to the upside, we trade back down to this swing high, I'm taking it. We take a gap, we create a gap to the downside, we trade back into it, this swing low, it's probably gonna be half of that gap that's created. So we're gonna take this swing low to the next draw, whatever we're going. I'm taking this swing low to the next swing low or the next gap or the next whatever. It's really that simple. But it's just being patient and waiting on your setups to come and finding them on smaller time frames so that you could get in your trade and get out your trade. But when the range is created and we got a balanced price range like we have right here. We in deep discount, buy the discount, sell a premium. buy the discount, sell at equilibrium. If you're not sure we're gonna keep going higher, we're gonna go to at least 50% of the range. All right. So with that being said, I gotta go to I gotta go to the NASDAQ for a second. But I'm gonna just break this down from a daily perspective. See what we got. You need me to go lower than a daily? When?
Nah, probably weekly, daily.
Weekly, daily? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's balance. Small gap right here. All right. All right. All right. Low. So this is all right. So you got an order block here, market trading into it. Nah. You got consolidation here. This is good. This is good. Consolidation, expansion. Return back to the order block. Return back to original consolidation. So now, one or two things could happen. We could use this order block as support, which I think we're gonna do. We use it as support to trade higher, or we're gonna attack this low. I'm gonna trade line. This swing low right here, from a daily perspective.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, from a daily perspective, consolidation, expansion, retracement, and or a reversal. This could be a reversal. It looks like it's gonna be a reversal to take this swing low out right here. That's boy. I might have to eye the NASDAQ this week, bro.
Oh, that boy. Hey, well, looked at like an hourly gap, though.
Yeah.
That bitch was like 50 point. I was like, this is crazy over here.
Bro,
It's wild over here, y'all.
you gotta be covered though. You really gotta cover your positions in the NASDAQ
You gotta
because
take fucking micro.
you will be up $700 and you blink your eye, you down 450. But like, man, what
Yeah, I think the
happened?
entry gotta be potent on it. You get a potent entry on this, but you
Yeah.
living a life. This is a one contract.
Yeah, I'm not trading more than one contract on the NASDAQ, bro. But then I'm not trading the NASDAQ. I'm gonna stick to what I know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, all right, we have this gap down here. Traded into this gap with the order block. Consolidation here. Okay. So my thesis is still depending on how we handle this order block right here. It could still go to the upside off of this move because we spoke of consolidation, expansion. You could call this call this consolidation too. So consolidation, we got consolidation here, got consolidation here, expansion to the downside. So, and then we got expansion to the upside off of this consolidation. So now that we return back to the OG consolidation, it's best that we wait to see how we respond off of this candle. If we continue to trade through it, 9 times out of 10, we come in to 16,590. Take out this swing low. All right. But and this is a good barometer, a good example for me to show y'all how the market manipulates. Because you got this big old swing low right here. But is it a swing low? It's not.
So.
It's not. It's red. It's a red body candle. So the market traded through that with no problem. But no problem. So this one too, if we continue lower, this is a swing low, right? Wrong. It's not a swing low. It's a low. Swing low. Come on, Alana.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. So now, so when you see this manipulation right here about this gap, that gives me more inkling of like, okay, we probably gonna trade straight through this gap and take this low out, because this swing low is trash. It's not who he pretends to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you are who we thought you was.
Devin Haney. Go ahead.
Ooh, but anywho, so like I said, disrespecting the fundamentals. You got your consolidation. You got your consolidation here with your order block. The market returned back to that order block. Traded halfway through it, so it's still valid. Still
Hey,
valid.
quick question before you run past this, bro. So I know nothing is never for sure, you heard me?
Mm-hmm.
But when you got a fake swing low like we have here,
Mm-hmm.
you use that as an indication of the market selling.
It's weakness. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of that's potential for us to keep selling. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
that was a real swing low
I'm
with
looking for the market to
a
reverse.
green body candle, then
Yeah.
that's an indication that we probably gonna reverse.
Yeah, I'm looking for the market to reverse to the upside. Yeah. Yep.
And then vice versa
Mm-hmm.
if we trading from above.
Yes, sir. Cause look, look at it from this perspective. Look at this. This was your swing high, right? The market came and took that out in reverse.
With a
This
real swing high.
right here.
Right. With the one with the little small body green,
Right.
right?
This is your
At the
swing high
top.
right here. That was
Right,
just
but that was a fake out because it was a red candle.
this is your no, this
No,
is a real swing
that's
high.
a real.
I mean,
That's why we
I'm
sold
sorry, I'm
off.
saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So your swing high, you want your swing high is going to be a red body candle. Your swing low is going to be a green body candle.
You see how it only got past
Right. So
that
so if you come over from the real what's called that little that wick with the little small green body,
Right
that
here.
would be a fake out.
That's your sweep. That's your sweep or your liquidity. So basically what we're talking about right here, Ben, is this. So this is your swing high. So when you have a swing high, the market is going to probably be trading lower. So people going to join the market as sellers and put the stop losses above this swing high, right? So when the market is ready to go lower for real, it's going to come take out these stop losses. Come get y'all orders out the market, then it's going to sell.
Oh, I got what
You
you're
see
saying.
what I'm
real
saying?
Yeah.
So what
Full blown
happens is,
jack move. Nobody move but me.
that's right.
So Ben, now he'll go to the other part, and Mike, you correct me if I'm wrong. I'm piggybacking off of you. The next time we return to this fake swing high up here,
Straight
we're
Mhm.
gonna
straight
run through it.
Yep.
Right,
That
because
green
it's
candle
not it's not real.
the real one. So the next time we come up, we already pulled liquidity from it, the real swing high. With that fake one, see how far it sold us all. Next time we come up there to that number, we should blow through it because it's a fakey.
Yep.
Right, it's not real.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
They just use that to take the money out the market.
exactly. But that's the
But niggas was
manipulation
trying to
of it.
outsmart them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the manipulation of it now, because now people who were short, people who got short here, they're like, oh, I got stopped out. So now the market's selling off again, they putting their stops above this high.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now when the market does return to this high, we're gonna trade straight through that, and it might create a gap to the upside.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going.
It's gonna keep going.
Gotcha.
But so that's why I'm anticipating price coming here to this swing low, trading straight through this. Like even here, the fig J, right? People got long. See, oh, the market going high. I'm getting long. I'm putting my stop below this low, and then when this low wasn't protected, you can't protect what's not real. Trade it straight through it. So we got all y'all out the market, and you notice market it didn't try to reverse at all. It just kept going.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because
Like he said,
it's not
remember
real.
just said about the top one, Ben. He said we're probably gonna make a gap when we break through that fake one. Look what
Right
he
here.
did down here when we broke through this fake one. That small gap he got right there.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mike. Bro. We just in there talking. We
Yeah.
ain't doing shit.
Yeah. But that, you know, just for educational purposes, dog. I just want everybody to be proficient, bro. That's it. So now for the NASDAQ purposes, I'm not going past the daily, I'm not going high, I'm not going lower. This is where I'm stopping at. So your point of interest is here. Order block has been hit. Traded halfway through it, could go higher, back into this pool of liquidity to come down to this swing low. This gap is here, but I'm under the impression that we trade straight through this gap. All right.
Real.
And now let's go. I'm about to go to what is the Dow?
YM.
This is gonna be fun.
Hit futures, Mike. Click your joint. Yeah, just get it from there. You gotta write all the fucking numbers and shit in. They're gonna give you 2 charts too, boo. I think.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is daily Dow. Okay. All right.
Ew. Boy, that was funky.
Gap
Feel
fill. The Dow about to run.
Yeah, they're pretty funky. RSI, I like the. I think we're gonna get us a little temporary upside.
Yeah, the Dow about to run.
Okay.
Same rule supply. Same rule supply. All right. We got this low here, right? We know what that is. All right.
One more time, Ben. We just doing repetition.
This your high up here.
All right.
Hey, hold on. You ain't got no fucking candle right there, Mike.
Ooh, right here.
No, go down. When we broke that joint.
Right here.
Yeah, you see that gap?
You got it.
Okay, go ahead.
What you talking about? This
Well, we
gap.
got one now. We got one now. We had no candle on that. You see right down there at the bottom? The bottom. To your right.
Right here.
All them wicks at the top of it though. Between that red candle and that one with that long ass wick.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. And that little small.
It's coming. So it's coming because this is your volume imbalance right here. See this?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And guess
then
what
you
it
got a
did?
candle next to it now.
Put a green candle. Put a green candle in there. So now this price is efficient. Notice no gaps. Efficient. Shit, boy. Hold on. I might trade the Dow. Hold up. How many ticks it is? How many points per tick?
It's $5.
Probably trade slow too.
Yeah, I think it might be. I don't know. I'm gonna do a few samples out here because they be chirping at me, bro.
All right. So what happened was you got your gap down here. All right, you got a gap down here that was filled. You also had relative equal lows right here. We swept all that liquidity. There's nowhere to bring this liquidity to the upside unless we're calling this your order block here. Unless you're calling this your order block at 38,931 or 922 or whatever this is. So that would be my second price target. My first price target would be this high right here. Or maybe even this one, because we're gonna probably trade straight through that one. But then ultimately, the Dow could trade all the way back up into this area because you got this volume imbalance right here. So what happens is this. Let me just practice what I preach, guys. Let's practice what I preach. Put the fib on it. We're in deep discount, right? We're in deep discount of the range right now. Deep discount is below 23%. So 9 times out of 10, the Dow's going to trade higher. Now, premium 76%. Look what his volume imbalance is at. It's in premium. So nine times out of 10, this is going to be your price target. This volume, this inefficiency right here on a Dow. And there's also a gap. So what's going to probably happen is the Dow is going to put a green body candle here. And if you don't believe me, bet me $5. It's going to put a green body candle here in this inefficiency. And it probably trade higher, maybe touch the bottom of this candle and sell. And I only say that because if you're looking at the range, right? There's no other inefficiencies inside of this range outside of this volume imbalance. There's no gaps. There's no order blocks out. Well, you got this one order block. But outside of these two, that's nothing that's going to stop the Dow from continuing to move high. So now the question is, you got to find this trade or find your trade on a smaller time frame or however you trade. But the daily is saying up. This is definitely a reversal candle. So we're in deep discount already. So you find a reason to buy. If you want to trade the fibs, you can trade the fibs. You'll go from 0 to 23 to 23 to 38, back down to 23, 23 to 50. However you want to trade them, you could do that. That's fine. But the Dow is saying up. So typically, when the Dow is saying up, the other two indices are saying down, which is the NASDAQ and the ES. But we're going to leave that here. We ain't going to go no further with that one. But premium, what's in your premium? You got a gap in premium. You got this volume imbalance in premium. Okay, cool. What's in discount? Nothing. There's nothing in discount. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Price target should be here. You got a swing high right here. You got your volume imbalance right here. You got a gap right here. That's 3 reasons to sell or to even to take the trade all the way to the upside, which will be in my opinion, a damn good trade. Or even if you just want to take the discount to equilibrium, okay, because you could say, well, this is a level right here. We got to test this level. Okay, cool. If you want to say that, take it to equilibrium. That's it. But you got to find your trade on a smaller time frame, 1 hour, 5 minute, whatever, however you trade to, be more confident in taking these trades to the upside. But the daily says up. Now, let me look at the weekly. This for reference. Reversal candle, buddy. Next. Bro, I wish I was lying. Look, you should swing low right here. This is your swing. This is your swing low. We swept your low. It's a reversal candle. You're gonna trade back into this range. So you could take it to 50% of the range, bro.
Oh, this dude dumb as a motherfucker, dog.
Bro, because it's repetitive, dog. The precision is repetitive. If you could see it, this was my first time ever looking at the Dow in my life.
Me too.
And I'm looking, it's precision, dog. So even if you look at it like this, you got consolidation, right? So this is weekly. You got consolidation, expansion, retracement. So we came back to the consolidation. Okay, we traded through it. Why did we trade through it? Because we had to take these people out the market. Cool. So did we close back inside of the consolidation? Yes, we did. So what, in my opinion, we're going higher. We're going higher. We just want to get y'all out the market before we take this move.
now too.
Because it's probably going to set a new high off of this. All right, Blake, I'm coming. That's it, bro. That's it. I yield my time, man. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and take a ride across the canal.
Oh fuck.
You got it. Yeah. You the host now, or you need me to do it?
Oh, that's you. I
Okay,
think I can take it.
I got you. There we go.
Y'all can see my screen? Can y'all see my screen? Can anyone see it? No. That's okay. You see my screen?
Cousin, look at my cousins, man.
What's up, dog?
Came back to the hood to check on little folk, huh?
What up, bro? What up,
What
bro?
up, though?
What up, bro?
Shit, bro.
Uh,
Sitting outside, chilling on this porch. You know how we do around here.
we're looking for the
504,
sweep.
yeah.
Looking for the sweeps. All right, this gap not done, y'all. They got 491 on here on the monthly. The month is not done. Let's remember that number, 491, 491, 491. Enter a little bit. Where's 491 now? Where am I? Like down here? Woo.
Wow.
All right, y'all.
Wow. This the weekly?
This is the weekly, yes.
All right. So what? Okay. Hold
I'm
up.
not
Hold
afraid.
on, man.
Hold on.
Go
Not afraid.
Talk about this shit, bro.
go to you see that small gap right there?
Which one? Like,
Make it bigger again. No diddy.
no diddy. So,
That very small. All right. No. Go higher. You see that red candle, that red doji to your right?
to my right here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that a small? Is that gap? Is that a small gap right there?
Right here.
No, but above it.
Above it.
Yeah.
Up here?
Yeah. It's a small gap, right?
Yeah. Okay. You talking about
From there
here?
to yep. Is that a gap?
That's your
Yeah.
504.
Ooh, so look, this is the beauty of this
Yeah,
guy.
that is powerful.
So look, so now from a weekly standpoint, you want the week to open up, touch the bottom of that gap, and continue selling.
Point blank.
That's what you want, bro. You want that. You want so whatever number that is, 504.
504.
Yeah, but that's 10 points. That's 9 points. Damn, that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that'll be ideal.
Tell you something.
But I'm
I
gonna
know
go ahead.
501 was the monthly gap, Mike.
Okay.
So like we down there. We ain't done yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which we still got time in the month to catch that.
Well, you
Even
know
if
what?
you went up
That's
to the
that. You ain't
504.
necessarily got to fill it this month though.
But that's
You get what I'm
crazy, dog. Because look at how it is on a monthly. So that's that weekly gap that you got highlighted right there, right? So
Yes.
we open up this week and come up and touch the bottom of that candle and continue selling. Oh my goodness.
Well, we can come. I'm gonna tell you because we can come up there and save the same thing you were saying. We could save the rest of this for the beginning of next month.
Yep.
So it's gonna be real tricky. I'm gonna say tricky. Just to jump into a buy or sell right now would be that would be not doing your due diligence because by the month approaching, you can have your next monthly candle start up here and we don't make a gap and we can like the opening of next month, we could go red depending on how this next week plays out. But I feel like if we end this week red, then the beginning of next month we going green because even we'll be leaving another gap up top.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about it.
Yeah.
So maybe the end goal would be by the end of the week we wanted to be back up at 5. They could go run down to 491, grab some more liquidity, then run up, or can run up first and then sell off like that. But I wouldn't be buying. I guess I'd say I wouldn't be buying. No, you have to. That's 10 points. We'll go to smaller time frame. That's all. And like he said, that's why he was drawing those fibs out on all those other time frames. This your daily. We got the gap filled on. Filled the whole thing. Almost hit this low, Mike.
Yeah, that's interesting right there.
Yeah, we didn't pull nothing from it.
That's interesting right there.
Stop.
So once we sweep that low, it's highly likely that we go back into this weekly gap or this daily gap that's right above it.
Right here? All right here.
See that gap? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is why I wanted us to fucking sell from, bro.
We still gonna probably sell from right there. And then look, again, it shows itself again. Look, you got this big ass red swing low right here in the middle of the range. Traded straight through that shit and didn't even try to reverse. Manipulation.
Talking about right here?
Yep. No, before above it. See that big, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Who that is chastising their children from the couch, man?
That's me. Dog.
I'm faking like a motherfucker.
Ain't about to do nothing. Ain't about to do nothing, dog. Just a little voice inflection, that's all.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, see, you get close to it. It looked like it tapped it. But it didn't.
So, yeah. It could be creating relative equal lows.
How about that?
And then it could trade higher. And then once it trades higher into another gap or so, it's gonna be aggressive to come take this out down here. At 494, whatever that is, 493. It's gonna come aggressive.
So for me, if I was doing this one, unfortunately, for me to take it higher, I would need us to trade above 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the high side to that is like you said, 506 to 509. I wouldn't get into that contract till I see 500 pop up again.
Okay,
It'd be great to get it from down here. If it could show us a green candle with a high, then I can say, all right, but I ain't taking it no higher.
Yeah, you should. You respect the gap. Like respect the gap is there for a reason.
And then also with that, y'all, we go up to 506. Don't get a call for 509 and y'all know we trying to sell it.
Right.
Just wait for the put. Because the put you're going to get you a 490, what we said, 491?
491.
Yeah, 490, you're going to get you a 491 put. Are you coming, what's our true downside? Way down here, Mike? 83, 82?
Yep.
Yeah, you're coming way down to this gap.
Yep.
So depending on where they close at,
you gotta believe in your trade, dog.
Yeah, I'll just see it's print high and I know, all right, we got higher. Let me really get into a good position and it's probably gonna be cheap because we know the overall thing we're trying to do. I'm waiting for it to come to 509. I ain't necessarily planning it up there. Dependent. We get a 501 close, You probably gonna get your entry to be able to take it up those 9 points. All right, cool. But I'm not about to play no 3 points. I'm gonna have to get in and out. That's gonna be trash. I'm looking to sell 5 any part of this gap. I'm going 2, 3 weeks out. Put your buckaroonie on it or something. That shit's gonna be cheap. You gonna get
You talking
you a,
about you talking about catching it going down though.
yeah, because like I said, if you get a good entry, like we close at 501, you still got 8 points of running that we probably gonna do to come take out this gap. You see what I'm saying? So that makes sense, but don't when they get to 505, 506, cause you're like, all right, I'm about to get in a call because we're going to 509. What you doing? Just sell it when they get up there. Because you're going to look for a 480 contract. Going to look for, yeah, 480. You probably get into your 470. But you're gonna by knowing all this information that we're giving y'all, you're gonna know I can go get me a contract way down there and I could get time on it because I'm $30, $40 out the money. And we chill. We wait.
I think right now, honestly, bro, I think right now is a good time to be trading SPY or SPX because the risk to reward ratio is really, really great. Especially if especially if you, like you said, when selling puts, like selling the market, I think the risk to reward is very, very, very great. I don't know how much the XPX contracts be running. I know they're a little higher than SPY, but even if you're just trading SPY, I really believe that the risk to reward ratio is very great right now. The market is correcting itself. It's good to get in on the correction,
We already gave y'all the 10% ratio of a correction
Yeah.
that got us at 471, bro.
Yeah.
So your next entry to get in there is, if you don't care about the price, is now, or a great entry is up here at 508, between 506, this gap right here.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get if y'all looked at the RSI, I was peeping it. I didn't bring it up when Mike was on it. The RSI on the daily right now is like 30. We oversold. This is a good sell. So we just getting a little, get a little.
You sure
But
they can't bounce back into the range?
You can't bounce. Now, if you decide to play it, or you like, I'm just gonna hold my money. I'd rather just get in the sale. I ain't gonna fuck with in between. Call.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to catch it both ways, bro. No diddy.
That's why we here. I would be looking for that trade, like a 500 entry after we close up. I'm gonna say this: even if you trade up there, we able to break this high of this candle on the daily. So we trade above 500. Period. That's showing us that we going high for liquidity. So
here's how I see it. So let's just say the market trades higher, right? Let's just say we leave these relative equal lows down here at 494. So let's just say we reverse and go higher and trade back into one of these gaps. As we reverse to trade lower, it's going to be very, very, very aggressive. It's going to be aggressive to the downside. See this see this swing low down here at 490 or whatever this is?
Where you at? Right here?
The red one.
Right
The red one.
Yeah.
See that? That's gonna get treated. It's gonna get treated like a $2. So we're gonna treat 471, bro. Listen. It all lines up. You got your gap down here, right? That we probably gonna trade into. That's gonna be your area of interest on the daily. So what we need to do is we probably gonna trade a little higher into one of these gaps, whether it be that weekly gap right there or the daily gap. Once we pull that liquidity, we gonna bring that external. So now let's just say for shits and giggles that we leave these two lows right here where your white line is. So we got relative equal lows down there. So if you have relative equal lows, that means twice the orders, twice the liquidity down there. So the market is going to move even more aggressively to take those people out the market and continue lower. Because you look at this low that's beneath it, that swing that's beneath it, that's not a low. Now we do have a very, very small gap that's right there that could stop us. But all in all,
Right
the
here?
trades are the trades are to the downside, bro. So any move to the upside, you sell. You sell for whatever reason, whether it be a gap or a level or whatever, whatever you trade, whatever your trade is. I feel like right now the risk to reward ratio is very, very
And this
good.
shit's really
That
clean.
504 gap, that's a weekly gap.
Yeah,
Where you at?
yeah, that's
The
a weekly.
504 gap. No, the smaller one.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
weekly.
it was on a weekly. Yeah.
And then the one above it is what? That's a daily or that's a
It's
weekly?
a daily gap. And I'm about to go to the weekly for you.
I'm just trying to
That's
gauge it so I
right.
can know what kind of time I'm looking at.
Yeah, so you're not trading that daily gap. Do not. It's $3. The confirmation on the daily gap is it's gonna have to close at 502, 501. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm calling the wrong number. It's going to close at above 506, right? That's your confirmation that we're gonna go fill it. And then you getting out at 509.
See, I'm
You
doing
have
something.
no room, and you go get 2-3 days on there. You paying like premium for that. You get what I'm saying? That 506 is going to 509. So you're not even. If we get the 506, you need to be looking to get short,
Right.
even if you got in at 500. Once that 506, and let's say you got a 509 contract, you need to be looking to start taking your money once it gets to 506 and start to get ready for your sell position, starting to look at you. If you don't want to go 470, you're like, I won't go to the 480, 483, something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Aria, don't go outside. Because your
Start.
mom just said so. Go back inside. She didn't say go put on shoes. She said it's cold.
Yeah,
All right.
that's it too. Like,
504, 470. That's my numbers for the week. I ain't even waiting till no 506. That bitch hit 504. I'm out of there. If I get in. But I may try to catch me a 504. You hear me? And then whatever I pull from that, I use that to load up on them puts. But with the puts, need to get a few weeks on them. You thinking like a month?
a month, uh, what I did, because I got into a 470. I got my 470. Yeah, I got a month on the 470. And then I feel like I got into early because I do believe we're gonna get 5, or I believe we're gonna get this. You
That
know what I'm saying?
504 first?
The 506, 509 area. I truly believe we're gonna get it just because we sold so hard. Get a little, relief. You can't sell forever neither.
Right.
There's a few green candles in there. And but I'll say this too. I'm probably gonna get me another 470
But
when it go
you
up
just
there.
gonna get it a little further out though.
No, yeah. Depending on when it go up there, yes, I agree. I think I'm doing like probably 6 weeks.
Hey, bro. Once we get a chance, once we finish with Spy, bro, let's talk about the elephant in the room, bro. NVDA.
Oh man, I don't want to do that though. I don't, because they're gonna think we having side conversations.
Are
Believe me,
y'all? Are y'all having side conversations?
we are. We really are.
Oh.
But yeah, just to bring it to y'all though, it ain't nothing. We keeping away. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. We gonna give y'all option, please. Shout out to our people, bro. They really, they let us know. But that's it for SPY, dog. I will be waiting to sell 506, 509, and that's that. Let's go to Elephant in the Room. Tesla, really? Go ahead. We can go ahead and video first. Hee. Hee.
But on 450s, bro.
So look, y'all. Me and Mike up on the phone.
That nigga say 450s.
Listen, wait, listen, Ben. Listen to this. Me and Mike on the phone, and we talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA was at 805. Me and him going to contract looking, you heard me? This man said a 450. For
That
what
was
date you put on there?
It was like 240
It
from
was $240
for August 16th.
for August 16th. You're like, that's not a bad contract. I'm gonna wait to the end of the month. Okay?
Mhm.
By the time the day closed, it was like an hour later or 2 hours later. That bitch was at what?
450.
450.
I might look at it right now. August 16th.
So that was almost 100%, huh?
Right quick.
Right there. You got an August. We said August, Ben.
Yeah,
Right.
it's right now. Yeah, so it closed at 410 Friday. Yeah. So from
But that boy
250.
said, I won't wait till the month closed, dog.
Yeah, dog. So the video gonna sell, dog. It's gonna
Yeah.
sell.
Because it ran up too fast. Anything that go up that fast, it got to come down even faster, bro.
Yeah, I learned my lesson with Fern with that. Ah,
Don't do that, bro.
Ouch.
Let's not bring up the past, bro.
you're right, bro. You're
Let's
absolutely
not
right.
bring up the past, bro. A lot of lessons been learned from the past, bro.
Just-
We ain't got to
just-
speak on it.
You're
Wait, here
right.
we go though. Here we go though, Ben. Here we go. Here we go. Was we paying attention, right? This is a fake swing low.
Come on now. That's gonna
What
get
we
love.
gonna do? We gonna make a
Blow
gap,
through that.
and we probably gonna create a gap.
Yep.
So
Yep.
where we sell this from? 788. Leave a
Yeah.
gap there.
Yeah. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be a nice trade. And you could take so you could really sell
You can sell the top of this gap.
you could do the fibs. You could be like, all right, well, I'm gonna buy me a 700 put and then or a 637 or something like that. Or 590 or 600,
Hello.
you know.
What's up?
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta
Okay.
look and see how long did it take NVIDIA to actually run up, bro?
Go ahead, Joe.
How long did it take NVIDIA to do what?
It started running up from what, the top of the year?
Type of the year last year. Yeah, I believe so. It was around March or something like that. March or April last year.
So it's been what, about a year? So that mean that bitch gonna fall. If it took a year to run up, it's gonna fall in half that time, if not faster.
Yeah, 'cause
Ain't gonna
people
take a whole year for it to come down.
No, I think August was like a real good one. And then even if you're not, if you really could get this gap, bro, this is 775 to 680 on a daily gap. And we're inside of it right now. We broke this, you know, we got the bounce off this gap. It didn't fill in 3 days.
Come on, bro.
Came in here, tested it, bounced this gap already.
So you saying now that we back in it, we just gonna fill that whole gap?
We should fill the whole gap. With this, I mean, 727 look like it might
Be your
slow it
only
down. It's the only little
yeah,
place of conversation.
recourse.
But I
Mhm.
think we go through it. I think we go through it, man.
And what we looking at right now? This is a weekly, a monthly? What you got us on?
This is a daily.
This a daily?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a daily, yeah. But then that shit could come sooner than you think. You
Man,
may
y'all
not
lucky.
need
I
a lot
don't.
of time on this for it to fill this gap,
Yeah, man.
especially after the last deal, whatever 840 down to 760
What's
something.
so look, when what's 50%? What's 50% of your what's the number at 50% of the field?
Which one?
590?
Wait, 50% of what?
Your field extension.
Right now on your chart. Go down some more.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
590?
yeah,
Yep.
590.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bro, let me ask y'all this for my people that got laptops and stuff. If you keep your computer plugged in too much, that mean the battery not gonna last when it's not on it, huh?
Correct. You should only charge it when it's low.
Okay, that's why my battery don't last.
I ruined my battery.
All right, I'm gonna put mine back on the charge. It's only been on
Yeah,
the charge for like an hour, and I was talking about low battery.
my my battery doesn't last that long anymore. I gotta replace it. But that's the same thing that'll happen if you like be on your phone and you're charging your phone and you still on that joint. You can
Yeah.
feel like the heat and everything on it.
Yeah.
Eventually, that it ain't gonna hold the charge how it's supposed to. But yeah, bro, I actually like 775 on here, unless you open the day above it.
Yes.
You open the day and we inside the gap. I think NVIDIA might go to 775 and sell off.
So you saying wait for confirmation that it don't leave outside of this gap, but it
Open.
goes up. If it
No,
go
open.
up, or if it open at the top of the gap, but inside.
No. Inside it. Yeah. So we open down
Yeah,
here.
to the
Start
inside of
trading
the
up.
top of the
Yeah.
gap, take it down.
Yeah. And you probably be able to get like
So
nice
what's
thought
that
out
number? What's our number? Put your cursor on that number. Hold it right there.
775.
All right.
And then
And
I
what we
like to
got to
stay
the bottom of that? Like six what?
686. I'm gonna see what he was talking about with
That's what you wanted me to make?
dang.
Number there.
It closed in a weekly gap too, man. What?
You gonna make everything else if I make that? All right.
Yeah, this one closed inside this little weekly gap right here.
Wait, say that one time, Winston. My bad, bro.
I was saying it closed inside the weekly gap. Then it had a small gap right here on the weekly. Interesting.
And you saying it closed inside of it, so it could.
Of course, you'll feel it. We're probably gonna open here. Are you open? If it fills 70.46, then trades up, and then you'll get the rest of the daily and shit. Probably really
Right. So the
come.
best thing with this is just to wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all
Just
another thing, bro.
wait for it to come back up and see if it closed at the top of the gap.
I'm gonna tell you
If
the
you
only
try to go ahead.
you're not gonna play around with this one because the reason. Remember, Mike called that was $400 out of the money, and it was still $200 for August. If you come
Right.
around here playing with NVIDIA talking about getting a 2 week $50 out of the money, $100 out of the money, Them bitches is high, bro.
My computer had died, man. That fast.
So you gonna have to
That's what
put.
I'm saying. That the safest way to play is to wait. If
I
that
will
bitch
go.
get
I'm
up
gonna
at
tell
the
you if
top,
I was
but I'm
playing
saying
it.
if it get at the top of your gap, if you get to the top of your gap, that's the cheapest you're gonna catch any contract if you're looking to play it down. No matter how much time you get, and no matter how far the money you get, you gotta
Yeah,
catch it at the right time to get a cheap entry.
yeah. That I mean that's with anything, but this is not to me. Even though I said the gap was how big was that gap, bro?
Remember
This gap is 75 to like $90, right? To get a NVDA, let's do this. Just show y'all right.
Yeah, I was saying that to be clear about the price point because I'm saying Nvidia contracts just high period right now. So if you're
Yeah.
looking to try to get you something cheap and affordable, you hear me? Even if you're getting time on it, like you said, the August contract was still $250,
$400 out the month.
right?
So let's say this is
And where did y'all spot that one at? Was it running up at the time that y'all spotted, or this was like after
it was at
hours?
800. It was at
It was,
800.
Right.
yeah, it was like
And
80,
falling,
85 or something. It was starting to sell.
right?
Then it closed at
So let's see.
765 or something like that. Well, you would have got that if you would have got that contract, you would have made a quick $200 right quick.
So 2 weeks for that, the bottom of that gap is $700, $800.
Mm. 2 weeks? You want more time than that. So you can buy
Well,
more
no, I'm
time.
just saying this is
The
not
contract gonna
one.
be high.
If you go for a month, it's gonna get high.
Yup. True.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what
Yeah,
we
but
talking.
it could balance off if you, but that's at the price that it's at now, right? So if you still got a couple of dollars for it to go up, which could make the contracts a little cheaper if it's gonna do that, you hear me?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, a month is 1,300.
Well,
You
they ain't
want
playing with these fucking contracts, huh? I'm about
oh,
to say you gonna pay to play.
so I think the other thing would be is, I mean, whatever your thing is, I haven't. It's been. I think I would have took Mike's because the time was so far, and I probably would have just been. That would have been like I ain't gonna say it, but that would have. I'd have just been watching that one. You know what I'm saying? And everything else would have been shorter. But I'm usually spending
I'm
either
definitely
the
still
same
gonna
thing,
watch it, though.
$100
I'm definitely
or
still gonna
less.
watch that contract, though, because like I said, I want to see how we end the month. So if we end the month, let's just say the video trades higher for the rest of the month. Like I'm still looking at the contract
Right.
Yes.
because
Because you know
you
that's a
might
good
want to check.
contract as they
Yeah,
move
yeah.
away.
I'm gonna check it out because I strongly believe that in the video about the
And the only other thing that got me, Ben, is we got two things. We got on the smaller time frame where we take out the fake swing low, right?
yeah.
Which we usually create a gap when you're taking those out. But my other part is on a weekly, am I creating a gap? Because if you're not creating a gap on a weekly, you see NVIDIA at 829.
Mm. Now even at 829, so look, so yeah, even at 829, bro, I'm selling that.
Yeah, so we
Selling that.
talking about interest now. Now if you get the 680 with an 829 in,
Right.
Now
Well,
that
they
contract should be much
now you could
cheaper.
get that. Yeah,
now you
you should be able
cheap.
to get you one of them.
Yeah, now,
Now them 450s in August looking sweet.
Yes,
and
sir. And
they
that
probably, I'm
contract
gonna
have
tell
turned
you,
over like 10, 12 times.
yeah,
Yeah, so it go from being 250 to, you know, 5K, 6K.
I like
Oh,
that
have
one.
mercy.
That'd probably be
Jesus
how
Christ.
I watch it. To me, but
Can we keep that one alive in the group for a while?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I wanna
Can
I know
NVIDIA be the
you wrote
going
down the
joke
top of that number.
for a couple weeks? Yeah.
Yeah, you wrote down the top number. Put 830 on there, because
All right.
I would like for it to come up there, just so we don't have a gap. It needs relief too.
That might be Christmas in August right there, bro.
But you can clearly see, now this what this is. This the top of our consolidation, Mike.
That's yep, that's the down at 492, 500, yep. So the market got just from a technical standpoint, the market got to return back to the consolidation.
Oh, there's no way, dog. This shit work like this, bro.
It does.
There's no way, dog.
It does. It does. It does. It's our mind that overcomplicates it because we think shit's supposed to be hard.
How you feel about this?
That's powerful right there,
Swing
bro.
low.
Maul said the other stuff was powerful. That was a line. That was a bar right there, Maul.
I think we're gonna. So look, Winston. This how I view that. So if you got your fibs on there, so we check them fibs off. Let's just say we sweep that in reverse. All we're gonna be doing is checking up the fibs in the opposite direction.
You ain't lying. Because you'll come down to 61.
Then bounce back here, boom,
Yeah.
and keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna sell that premium. That's gonna be back in your premium, which is 78. They're gonna sell that premium all the way back down to your discount. And look what's in the discount, dog. The fucking consolidation.
Yeah.
I wish I was lying.
So let me ask you this: do it sometimes stop right before the consolidation? Would that still be considered?
I don't think
the
so.
Same
Man.
logic, or is it gonna come? Do it always come back to consolidation?
It always returns
like the
back
levels.
to consolidation.
So let's say this: if it don't come, it doesn't have to come close back inside of here, but you got to see what it did when it left. It left a gap. So at minimum, if it don't have to come back and consolidate, it's gonna come back and check off this price. And let's say this is a wick, and then you consolidating right here now. And then you run a little bit, then you consolidate.
So, and that gap that you're talking about is from the top of your white line almost to that, not that green candle next to the next one, the bottom of that one right there. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just making sure I'm following you
like
right, because I know you don't have it drawn up there.
Yeah, it's like a 60 piece right
so
there.
That'll be the gap you'll be looking for your contract in.
They definitely gonna be
You
buying
won't be
that
safe.
gap. They definitely gonna be buying that gap only because it's in discount.
Right.
So that's what you want to buy. You want to be able to buy. So you could sell even if you, let's just say we buy the 450s, right? And once the market starts trading to this gap, that's around 540 and 500. I'll be looking to scale out my contracts because now we back in discount. So when we get back into the discount or the range, it's highly likely that we could be trying to reverse to go back at least to 50% of the range, which is like 590, 600.
Oh, the same thing. The same thing is, I sold NVDA down. If we get private entry, I sold NVDA down for 300 points. I'm going to stay in here to get 50 more points. Get your out of that trade.
Bro, yeah,
the upside is
because your contract, you probably didn't made about 6, 7, 8 grand on this trade.
Say that again.
You sold it down $300 and something, and to say, well, I'm waiting for 450 to hit is obscene, because that's now
it's a lot of money you leaving that you didn't profited. Just take your profit.
You threatened that, but you have 542 now, so let's call it $100. You sold it down for $350, and you're like, I won't get this last $100 on it, knowing that they're gonna have people there that's ready to buy it.
They baller blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of the
You
way.
baller blocking.
Who's the baller now, Wardy?
I'm out of the
Yeah.
way. Drop
And that
them ball.
that may not kill your profit, but they're gonna slow your progress down. Because it could
Yeah.
still continue to fall, but they may hold you up a week or so
And that
This
in the
data,
is
area that you
and
could
that
have just
data
kept
smoke
going.
you, bro.
Right, right. In the day of the smoke, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
this is when they asked Cuba Gooden if he wanted to go to the store at the beginning of Boys in the Hood. And that boy told him, no, you can either be in a cop car or you gonna be the nigga outside the cop car watching them people roll off with them, you hear me?
Let me
Fuck
out
that.
though.
I'd rather be free, you hear me?
Let me out though.
Let me out. Let me out right here.
Yeah,
Fuck
Let me out though.
free with all your skin and all your bread, you hear me?
that.
You don't lose nothing. You just gotta
Uh-uh.
walk or catch you another ride.
Yeah,
And
so
come check off these fields, bro. That's all. Come check off these fields.
Yeah.
You
Say,
told
bro,
me. Yeah.
this might be strong right there, bro. But
it's gonna be
seeing
wild shit.
being able to identify like with that kind of clarity, this move happening, not just about getting enough time, dog, and being able to get enough contracts that you could afford, dog. Like
But
you could just clean up, dog. Just being able to see plays like this and just getting in them bitches heavy, bro. Like you ain't gotta take
that's
a lot of plays. Like you could just wait for the one setup that's clear like this and
Mhm.
just get you enough time and just load the fuck up, bro. Man, like really, really investing heavy in a play like this, bro, could set you up for a nice amount of time, bro.
yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. I totally
And
agree.
still, we've been in there for a while, right? But
Right.
still, in the scaling aspect, you still got to be ready for that scale. So, like, I haven't been back in options for a while. You know,
Right.
we started looking at it and shit, but I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready to scale up to like 10 contracts or anything like that. Because I don't feel like I'm all the way into the options how I am. I'll take 10 contracts on futures before I do options. Just because that's why I've been doing 4 contracts or 5 contracts to where
Right, right, right.
it's easier to watch the movement of it. This Plato by itself will get you the money to start scaling into 2 contracts or something. You know what I'm saying? And then you just move forward 2, 5, 10, however you decide to do it. But this is a
This
good.
this trade
I
could
like this.
definitely it
Yeah,
could definitely have you in the baller section at Magic City, bro. I'm telling you.
yeah,
That's
yep.
all I'm saying, bro. Instead of being the type of hunter that snipe deer, because you could just go out there and do that all day, you hear me? You could just wait and catch you a motherfucking elephant or something, you hear me?
And
That's what
this
this is.
this
This here elephant, dog.
and this is
Oh, this
also
some
this too, Ben. The other part to this also too is like I was saying 200 for August. Well, all that means is you not trading everything else. If that's like within your budget or whatever, like, all right, I'm gonna buy this $300 good. This bitch got time on it, and I'm just gonna go with that. And I might not take no other little small shit. I might just, all right, let's see what this bitch doing, and just capitalize on that. If you decide to do more than one contract, you get what I'm saying? That just means leave all the other shit alone and focus on this one. You see what I'm saying? Until
yeah,
you,
most definitely.
yeah, it comes to
It just it
fruition.
just it just real power in having like it's real it's definitely the most power is knowing when you see what you need to see to be right, you hear me? So knowing how to be right, that's the ultimate power. But then when you add in the multiple fucking contracts, dog, listen, bro, when you know you're gonna be right and you ain't afraid to drop 50 contracts or 20 contracts, 25. Like when
Right.
you doing that, bro, that's
Hello.
they got people out there doing it though. And it ain't because they just had the money. They confident and they know that they're gonna be right when they see what they supposed to see and the shit down on the chart, like y'all said. You feel what I'm saying? You knock their fucking head off, boy. Lord have mercy.
Huh? What we on
Y'all
top?
niggas, y'all brilliant, bro.
Tesla. I tried to told y'all about Tesla, bro. See that? You see that? So, Winston, you want to teach, bro?
Is blowing past something right now?
See that? You see that swing low that's in there? What?
Right there? He just passed it up.
All right,
That-
Daddy gonna teach you how to play. See that fake swing low
I was
there?
on call. Fake swing low.
You see it? Oh
Blew
man.
through it.
So what we said was the 140s, right?
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, gang. What are we doing here?
I like
Yeah. Sell it. You already there. You should have been there.
Yes.
If I'm being honest. Now you have $7 that you're trying to get in on Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
This is no longer a trade for you. You get what I'm
You
saying?
missed it. Yeah, you
You
missed it.
missed it. You lost out. Only way I'm taking it is if we don't get down here. You heard me? If we don't get down here and we come back up and give me an entry at 160. 162, I'm sorry. Because now you got your confirmation close inside this gap for the first time.
So it's gonna come back. It's gonna try to get back down there again.
If it don't fill it first, Ben. So like
Right.
Mike said, you take out this low, right? You
Did
go
that.
fill, you create a gap when you go fill, and then you'll come back and go on.
And then you
But-
wait for it to test that gap.
Hey, Max, come here, buddy.
Hey, bro,
But-
I gotta go make breakfast right quick, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say,
me
yeah,
too, bro.
that's it, y'all. NVIDIA is now the lead thing that we hunting because this Tesla play has played out. If you could get the entry to take it down, or we just fill it. I think we might just. But y'all go ahead, bro. It's about to get live up in here.
Yeah, bro. I got to order for some flapjacks. I gotta go put that.
All right.
All right, dog.